Damn, billionaire Charlie, man. I'm back at it again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me, man. And remember, I got this salt crystal, all that bad energy up out of here, man. Love y'all, respect y'all all out there, man. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to hit that share button for me, man. But we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about it, man. Irv Gotti, 50 Cent, Fat Joe. Let's talk about it, man. First of all, man, I watched the Vlad interview, man. And the thing that caught me, man, is like the energy that a person would have still after all these years in past, man. You would think a person that he already got success with his TV show, what's it called, Tales or whatever. I don't understand why is the energy still the same way, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you can move further and do what you need to do in your career, man. You was a good record label, man. You had great skills and putting things together when you had Lloyd, Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying, and Ashanti. So my whole thing with the 50 Cent thing, man, I just don't understand it. Then he was talking about his frustration with Fat Joe. And my thoughts on that, man. 9 years later, man, they repaired the relationship, 50 Cent, Fat Joe. You know what I mean? Also, Jada Kiss and all them people that was on that New York record with Ja Rule. And what is it, 100 Guns, 100 Clips, something like that. You know what I mean? All them guys that was on that record that ended up getting into an issue with 50 Cent, now they all became friends and they kind of like put all that behind them. But yet Irv Gotti still got like an issue or a stigma with 50 Cent. And he was saying that something like, how is he the bad guy or this supposed to be spooky guy, you know, that we supposed to be afraid of when none of us got touched, but that's not true. In Atlanta, Ja Rule. What happened with the Ja Rule in Atlanta, man? What happened to Ja Rule chain? You know what I'm saying? So like what's going on with that? Then on top of all of that, they put out the fake paperwork saying that 50 Cent was pressing charges on them, man. Then he had to, he also was saying that 50 be on the phone with the police, man. So calling him a snitch and saying that he's one of them guys that do that. Everybody that beef with 50 Cent end up going to jail, and they believe that, Irv Gotti believe that he the reason for that. You know what I'm saying? And then he broke down the whole situation with the Supreme thing and how they was saying that all the money that was coming to them, they was using for Supreme organization. You know what I'm saying? As far as the drug trade and all of that, and how that was all going about. My whole thing with this, man, as time moved forward, man, the people just started to feel like they too grown to be still having these type of issues going on. Now, I don't believe Ja Rule or Irv Gotti will ever be friends because of they try to keep him from becoming the superstar that he is now, the icon that he is now, the legendary figure that who he is today, from Dr. Dre and Eminem investing in his career. You feel what I'm saying? They tried to destroy that before it was made. He was a diamond in the rough, you know what I'm saying? And Eminem seen something special with them, man, with 50 Cent. And that's why he invested into him. And I feel like 50 would never be cool with Ja Rule or Irv Gotti. And I understand that. But why keep going on interview shows, keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again? It's old now, man. Nobody cares about it anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like to say nobody got touched, but yet Ja lost his chain. He got caught up in Atlanta. Things happened to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? And we all know this to be a fact, man. You know what I'm saying? We know Irv Gotti and them moved with 1,000 security guards back then. You know what I'm saying? So and also had a lot of people with Supreme around them. So you know they want nobody really to want to get close to them like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I just feel like it's foolish. Now he going at Fat Joe because Fat Joe just living his life. Now Fat Joe ain't about to keep holding on to that old stuff, man. It's old, it's played out, trying to grow up, trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why keep forcing the issue when it ain't an issue? I mean, 50 Cent never had a problem with Fat Joe. He never really had a problem with Jada Kiss. You know what I'm saying? He had a problem with Ja Rule, Irv Gotti. The people that were allegedly got him hit up and allegedly try to blackball him out of the game from becoming the man that he is today. You know what I'm saying? So that's who we got the issue with. So like I keep coming out to say, what is the conversation about? I mean, you promoting your show or whatever you're doing, just do that. But why I got to keep going back to the old beef from 30 years ago, 50 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Why not move past that, man? That's the thing I don't understand, man. I would think somebody like Irv Gotti that got all this money would be thinking that. You see how Dame Dash moved when he heard 50 Cent name? You know what I mean? He kind of already knew what kind of game that was. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I mean? You know what type games 50 play. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be fun at the end. You know what I'm saying? So like I just say, Irv Gotti, he I guess he's this big bad guy now. He gonna come at Fat Joe. He gonna come at 50 Cent. Then he gonna say he love Fat Joe, but yet you coming at Joe. You know what I'm saying? It's man being man. They grew up. They understand their differences. It wasn't no problem with 50 and Fat Joe. It was the issue with Ja Rule and Irv Gotti. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And that whole Supreme situation, that all what 50 didn't like. You know what I mean? Because he believed they all had something to do with him being blackballed and being hit up. Now, them going to jail and all that, they already was being investigated. We all know that. If you look at the reports, you already know that they was already under surveillance already. And then there was people snitching on Supreme for the hit that he did. So they had nothing to do with 50 Cent at all. It's just people are trying to say that. Then they brought that fake paperwork, which we all know in America that was fake. You know what I'm saying? Unless you overseas somewhere. We know that paperwork was fake. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, we could play the fake game and we could play the real game. And the real game is that Ja Rule did get touched. He got his chain snapped. He got in Atlanta. Things happened to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, Supreme and them, that ain't had nothing to do with 50, man. It was a snitch amongst his camp. You know what I'm saying? As far as that whole hit and stuff. So he was, you know what I mean? Like, bro, there was people just snitching in the group around him, man. Point blank, period. Everything that happened to the Supreme was already under surveillance, and then he had inside people that was ratting on him, man. Point blank, period, man. It had nothing to do with no 50 Cent or none of that, man. This was all documented. I mean, it's like they show you documentaries of all of this stuff, man. The people that was snitching and that was involved in all of this stuff, man. Which had nothing to do with no goddamn on 50 Cent. This was this paperwork, man. This adding up, man. People snitching, stuff adding up, man. Because everybody trying to get short time. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't too much of that, man. And Irv was talking about how his lawyer was tearing up the whole defense against the whole situation, man. At the end of the day, man, Supreme still got life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got out, but he still had to suffer at the end, man. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing with that is like, what happened to him, man? I'm talking about 50 Cent and all of this. I'm like, why y'all ain't get y'all mans out? That's what I be saying, man. I had all these good lawyers. I had all this money. Why y'all ain't get your mans out, man? You feel what I'm saying? You talking about old beefs and stuff like that. Go get your mans out. You feel me? Like, that's just whack to me, man. For real, man. Bringing up old stuff and rekindling stuff and not just letting it die off. As men, you should just let that stuff go, man. It is what it is now, man. Or to keep talking about it and he got touched and this and that. It's like it just keep adding fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, God had a plan for 50, man. Like point blank, period. He got power, successful show. The man sold multiple platinum records. You know what I mean? He's a successful entrepreneur. Point blank, period, man. And one of the icons in the game right now. But I am Being there, Charlie, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.